Well, I've got some devastating news about my GTI, and I thought I would share with you. It's been a while since I posted a video, and I've been having fun with my GTI. I have been, oh, the camera's over here. I think I'm used to it being on the other side. But I've been having fun with my GTI, on my days off, and sometimes even driving it to work. But it's been taking a lesser role ever since my Golf R has come on the scene. And even Sebastian at FS Tuning said, your GTI's jealous. But what happened was, I'm just driving to get my uniforms clean. I drove normal. I wasn't going too fast at all. There was some slower traffic, and there were some fireworks for some reason behind the hospital. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't even a holiday or anything. Someone let off fireworks at the hospital. I was like, what's going on over there? What the heck are they doing? They're celebrating, I don't know what. It's like, and then I was driving, and then there was a guy going really slow, and finally he got off the road. So I said, oh good, it's clear. Boom, I hit it. I said, okay, I better back off, and I just kind of went like that, then I down the hill, came up the other side, made the green light, and then I made the other green light, turned right, they came down, and I was coming down to my mom's house to wash my uniforms. Okay, I turned down her street. As soon as I turned down her street, a symbol came on my dash, and it said, I've never seen it says read the manual. Sometimes there's symbols. This just says see owner's manual. And it had the coolant symbol. It looked like a water, flowing, and a little thermometer. I'm like, uh-oh. I might have blown a hose or something. I had no deterioration in performance. I had nothing unusual about the car, like no shuddering. It was smooth as anything, as it always is. Pulled into my mom's driveway. I quickly got out, opened up the hood, I think with it running. And I looked. There's nothing leaking anywhere. I look in the reservoir. It's empty. I go, oh no. That's not good. So I didn't want to look in the dipstick, actually. But I was fearing for the worst. But I was thinking, well, let me just put some coolant in it. I went to go get some coolant. My mom just had the wrong coolant. She has stuff for her car, and it's not German, and it's not like for my GTI or anything. You don't want to put bad stuff in it. So I called Fabian and said, what should I do? Because I'm completely bone dry. He said, put water in it for now and just see what happens. So water's better than nothing. So I put water in. I had like a big Zephyr Hills water bottle. It's a square one that you hold with your hand like this. It's like a quart, I think. I poured a full one in. Nothing. It went right down in. 2, 3, 4. It started showing up at the bottom of the reservoir. 5. It filled up to the level. And I watched it. I could see it going down slightly, even just by looking at it. So I said, this is bad. And then I started noticing, actually after 4, I started noticing some drips on the bottom lower half of the car, like near the rear of the engine, maybe. Oh, it's the right side of the car. Looking at it, it's the left side. It's actually the right side of the car, right underneath the headlight, right behind the headlight, and a little bit further back. So I said, well, maybe those hoses are bad. I was hoping against hope. So Fabian said, don't worry about it, Bill. I'll send a tow truck in the morning. We'll sort it out. So I backed it in, made sure that the tow truck guy could get it. And to make a long story short, he took it back into his shop. I didn't hear from anybody for a while. I heard from Sebastian, and he was thinking it's the end. Okay? He wasn't 100% sure, but he pretty much thinks it's the end. Fabian called me back and said, Bill, let's not give up hope yet. He said, I'm going to do a leak down test on it, and we're going to see what happens. I let them take their time with it because it was near the holidays then. I think it was almost New Year's. So basically, I let them have it for a week, and then New Year's was there. They're not going to be working out on New Year's. I didn't want to even bother them. So a week after New Year's, I believe I might have called. And I said, I'm not upset or anything. I thought I'd just check in and see how things going. Did he ever do the leak down test? They said, I don't believe he's gotten around to it yet. I said, because they're busy. That's a great shop, and they're always busy. They know that I've got a Golf R anyway. I'm not like stranded. So I said, okay, don't tell him, I was upset or anything. He goes, I'm going to tell him Bill's really getting angry. He wants his GTI back. So I said, no. And he goes, well, I said he'll let you know after the thing. So anyways, I let another week go. And I think that next week, I got the call. So here's the devastating news. It is the header. It is I think it's a warped head. Okay, which is worst news possible, right? And Fabian gave me hope. That's why I said there's hope at the end of the story. I should have told you. It's devastating news, but there's a new hope. Kind of like in Star Wars, right? Devastating news, there's the new hope. The new hope is Fabian races a GTI Mark V. His race car is repeatedly rebuilt, as race car drivers have it. I think they change their drive shaft every other race. So they have a drive shaft, they race. The next time they race, they change the drive shaft. Race. I mean, this is like the racing life. They have to replace everything. He said, I don't know if you'd be interested, but it's up to me. Because he knows how much I love my car. He said, I could put one of my racing engines in there. So I said, really? He goes, yeah, I could do it. I said, what would that mean? He goes, you'd get like racing push rods, racing connectors, really strong pistons. All the internals would be like for a race car. I could handle 800 horsepower, although it would be ridiculous in a GTI. I would fly off the road. I don't think I could even control it if it was 800 horsepower. But he said you could have a solid 400 horsepower on the road. Actually, I don't have to do anything. I can get this put in, okay? The engine will be rebuilt with racing internals. I'll have racing pistons, racing push rods, racing connectors, block, long block. I'll have to find out everything. I'll get back with everybody. But my GTI is going to make it. It's going to make it. It's going to ride again, and it's going to have a brand new racing built engine. And if I wanted to down the line, I can get a bigger turbo, because now this engine can hold, like a bigger turbo, like a GTX 28 or 30 or whatever. But right now, we're just going to keep the KO4. My KO4, he says, is leaking oil. It looks like it's on its last leg. He could actually look around the shop, because they used to race with the KO4 version of their race car before they go into the big turbo. So if he has a KO4 laying around, he's going to put a new KO4 on there as well. And I can keep stage KO4 and my software for now. So if we could just get it roadworthy again, I would be able to be on the street again, and I could just keep my software the way it is. But then I'd also be able to upgrade my GTI with a brand new turbo and new, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. So right now, this is the day I'm going to give the approval by purchasing half. I'm not going to say what it is. It's a lot. It's a lot. But we're going to put money down toward it to get the engine built. And it's going to take time, and hopefully it takes longer, because I don't have the money, off the bat. But hopefully I can get it incrementally here, often, or steadily. So that's what's happening with my GTI. So it's been a whirlwind with my new car. I've been having fun on my Golf R. I'm stage 1 plus, and I will also do a video soon on that one. I've had a couple, but I got a new phone, and I lost my videos that I had, so I'm going to make some new videos. I saved some, but if you save the videos, sometimes you have these long videos, it takes so long to transfer your files. I just said, let's just start over. I can do a video again, And I'm going to show you the cool lights at night, and it might just be a video just about some of the features of the car. We don't have to go fast or anything like that. It might. But anyways, I just want to give you an update. Devastating news about my GTI Mark V, but there's a new hope. And the new hope is I'm going to get all racing internals for my GTI. Basically, it's going to get a new racing built engine. So that's where I am right now. And I love my GTI. And like he says, it's not the end of the world. He's blown engines before. If you love your car and you put a lot into it, I could autocross my car. That's what we've always talked about. You know, in the future, you can make this be like your project car, the one you can really, he said, beat the hell out of. I don't want to beat the hell out of it, but I know what he means. You know, like really race it and just make it the best you can be, and then just have fun at stage 2 maybe one day for my Golf R. No, don't go any further. I'm actually happy at stage 1 Plus for now, and it's great. I mean, all I needed was the cold air intake and the turbo inlet pipe, and I'm 375 horsepower right now with the Golf R. So I've been having fun with that as well. What's funny is I just go along, you know, and I'm just blending in because it is a sleeper. I mean, you know, no one really knows. If you can look at the back, that quad exhaust might be a hint, you know. But I'm just going along, you know, and when I know that it's safe, I look around in all the mirrors. I look in the distance. I look behind. Look down the road. Look to the little old lady. It's a guy in a pickup truck with smoke coming out the back. A guy barely moving in a rattle trap. As soon as I get the ability, I'm gone. They don't even know what the heck happened. I think they just go, what the heck was that? Who was that? And I'm like, I'm down the road. But I make my move usually when they'll never see me again. So you got to keep the reputation up. You can't just make the move and then they see you at the next light. You got to make the move where you literally are gone. You're never to be seen again. And they'll say in their mind, he'll be at the next light. They get to the next light. No, I won't. He'll be up there. No, he isn't. Then they don't know where I went. They go, he must have got off the road somewhere. No, I just got the heck out of town. Golf R, baby. Anyway, have a great day. I might post this right now. If not too much of a nuisance. I've got to get back to work.